Hi, I'm Dr. M. Kamakshaya. For the past few days, I've been creating a few video demonstrations related to MS Excel. In my previous video, I've explained how to deal with goal seek and data table what if analysis. And in this video, I just like to go a bit more on goal seek because the extensibility of this what if analysis tools is um, is beyond what we think. So in this video demonstration, I'm going to talk about goal seek tool under what if analysis for a couple of useful tasks like dealing with formulas and functions together with a particular concept called eigenvalue. Okay, first let me speak about the utility of goal seek in general. So we can make use of goal seek in order to seek for a particular value, changing values in certain definite cells. I mean the values in a given cells. For instance, if I perform a multiplication just like this, let us assume that x represents 1 and y represents 2, and then so here if I want to make the multiplication of x is a simple calculation, just a very simple calculation. So now I can just use the cell references here to multiply these values. Now, so this is a simple calculation. You can just go for any kind of confusing calculations. Now, if I have to multiply 2.45 and maybe 12.123, something like that, this time it is a bit complex calculation where I need a calculator, right? Okay, this multiplication, the value of the multiplication is 29.70. So if I want to fix this value to some definite value such as 30, 31, etc., maybe 35. So let us take it as 30. Then what should be my x value? What should be my y value? So goal seek, what happens? We can only optimize a given cell value to one of the variable input variables. So we cannot change both variables. We can just change one of the, if we would like to, if that is our expectation or maybe the goal to change both the values, we can make use of the solver. That is, again, I'm not going to talk about that now. So how are we going to do this? We have to go to the data, and then we got something called what if analysis, and in that we got goal seek. Okay, now set cell what? So Excel inferred automatically, so it knows that I would like to change the value given in C2. It came automatically. So okay, now I'll take 30. As I said, we can only change one input variable. So by changing, I'll take y here. Okay, now, so that is the value. So y need to be 12.2449 instead of 12.123 in order to get a fixed value of 30. So this is one of the ways to use the goal seek. Now we can also do it in a different way, like for instance, if I would like to fix the value of an algebraic equation such as x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 2, so which is y. Okay, y is equal to some function or an algebraic equation. So y is a function of x. We usually denote it as y is equal to f of x, something like that. Now what is the value of y for a given value of x? That is what when you say okay fine, now I'll take y value as something 0, and now I'll take x value as, now for a given x value, so the y expression is going to be x to the power of 2 plus 2 times x, okay, plus 2. So now obviously it is 2 because the constant 2x is 0, right? So if I use 1 here, it's 5. For x value of 2, it's going to be 10. Now, what should be the x value in order to, okay, in order to get a particular value of y? Say, for instance, I just want to try x value for a 12.3221. So what should be my x value? So it will not show you, right? X value will not show you. So we should, I cannot change my, but whereas I can come reverse, like if x value is 3, sorry, I changed the y value here. If x value is 3, then y value is going to be 17. But if my y value, I want it to be 12.321. That is what I want to fix the value of y, set the value of y to 12.321. Then what is the value of x? So here we can go to the goal seek, and set value is of course this one, to what? To a value of 12.321 by changing the value of x. Now this is a little more complex. The complexity in this task is a bit more compared to the earlier multiplication. Now this should be the value. So if I want my y value to be fixed as 12.321, then obviously my x value should be 2.364, something like that. Now there are so many other things, like I use goal seek in my research activity. So I'll just throw a very quick description on, for instance, in one of the scenarios where in our research, because I'm an academic, I do research, and there is some aspect called sample size determination. So there we try to determine the sample size based on certain input parameters, like P, Q, Z, E. So P stands for success of the probability of success, Q stands for probability of failure, Z stands for standard normal variate at a given confidence interval, like 95%, it is Z value is going to be 1.9396, something like that. The marginal error, of course, it is actually the alpha value, not exactly alpha value, but it should be 5%, 1%, something, 1%, 5%, 10%, something like that. I'll fix my Z value as 1.96 because I would like to determine the sample size at 95% confidence interval. My P value is going to be 0.5, and 50-50 kind of scenario. So my Q value, success and failure, 50-50, unbiased situation, something like that. Now, what is the sample size? Sample size is going to be, the formula for this is Z times, okay, there are two ways, okay, Z square root of PQ divided by E, that is 1, Z square PQ divided by E square, that is 1, okay. So Z square times PQ, okay, what is that? P is here, the P is here, times Q, and now divided by E square. So this is, you can just go online and find what is it. Now obviously this is a constant value, 384 closely. If I want to carry on with my survey, assuming that the probability of success and failure 50-50 and biased, and I would like to take my decisions at 95% confidence level and 5% significance level, then I need to have minimum roughly close to 385 survey respondents I need to interview, something like this. Is one of the simple scenarios which we use in business research. Now my point is, see, how are we going to use the goal seek? So we can use the goal seek for a definite value of sample size by changing any of these parameters. Now I can change my sampling error, we simply call it as marginal error, sampling E, or we can also determine the confidence interval. Now in this scenario, what I am going to do is that I would like to request Excel what will be my error in the study if I have to go for a value of let's say 500 samples. Now how are we going to go to weighted analysis, goal seek? Now this is what I would like to fix by changing error. I would like to know what will be my error here to a value 500, sorry, by changing my error. So I would like to know what is the error for a given value of 500. Okay, now if I press OK, so the error is going to be less than 0.5, so it is going to reduce, and the reduction is so I can say, so how much is being reduced is equal to 0.05 minus this one, so this is the reduction. So 0.6% of error is, we can reduce, we have the possibility to reduce 0.6% if we increase the sample size from 385 to somewhere close to 500. So that's why this is how we can use goal seek for. In my next video I'm going to talk about how to use goal seek for a particular and also a potential concept called eigenvalue. Okay, thanks for watching my video. Stay tuned for the new content. Bye bye for now.